Hello, y'all. Uh, as y'all know, been putting out. Uh, we put a post on mine and Melissa's community tab. Uh, KP is he's been having what he said was migraine headaches, and he finally went to the hospital. Caitlin took him to the hospital, and I can't. I ain't thinking right because this was happening to KP. I've gone through it before myself. Uh, Let me start off by welcoming y'all in, and man, the chat's done gone too far. So if I miss y'all, you know what to do. Uh, Flannel fishing team was the first one I've seen. River Rat 3030 Catfish Dog Yoser Art and Adventure with Tasha. Welcome in. NJ's in the house. Sandy Toes in the house. Um, Here's the beautiful Melissa. Skipjack Cindy. Welcome in, Ogie. Sandy Toes. Um, yeah, Melissa, I'm just needing to talk with the catfish community. Uh, which y'all know that y'all are part of my family. Uh, Catfish and crappie. Yep, I just heard. Don Johnson, welcome in. Chris M, welcome in. Um, Chucky Morgan, welcome in. I'm scrolling through this Catfish Viking, welcome in. Uncle Lou, welcome in. Dave Bowser, welcome in. Skywalker, my friend from California. Catfish Dogs in the house. Don Johnson. Good Lord, y'all are chatting it up. Captain Morgan, welcome in. Gigability, welcome in, my friend. All right, to the bottom. No, if I miss anybody, just say, "Hey, fool, you missed me." Uh, Let me drop this link out here. Uh, all right, there's the link. Let me get it pinned to the top. All right. Well, as I started off saying, KP's been out with what he called a migraine headache, and welcome in, Viking.
Morning, brother.
And Caitlin finally got him to go to the hospital. Well, he said he wasn't going to go to the hospital, uh, but he ended up going. And welcome in, Tasha.
Hey, I don't know if you can even hear me or not.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright,
But
because my camera's not working for some reason.
but he got to the hospital and they checked him in the ER and they said that they were think he was having a bunch of mini strokes. Uh, but Tasha talked to us late last night on the phone, and she said it turned out that he had a full blown stroke on the right side of his brain. Uh, that affects the left side of your body. You see, from what I've been through in my life, my strokes was on my left side that affected my right side, and your right side of the brain works your left side of your body, and your left side of your brain works your right side of the body. Well, KP had his on the right side, and if y'all Google left side, right side um, strokes, he's a little bit worse off than I am because he can lose the ability to ever gain his movement back or his speech, and he's uh he's at a risk of what's that word, aspiration. You know, that's where you can't swallow, and uh he's very acceptable to pneumonia right now, choking. Uh, yeah, and it's where you know your spit and your food and anything goes down the wrong side of your throat. Goes down your airways. So uh, we need to keep him in our prayers. And wow, I'll tell you. Let's see. I think he's in Virginia, Richmond, Virginia hospital, and that's about an hour and a half away from where he lives. And Caitlin, she drives, and but you know, uh, she says she's scared to go to Richmond, Virginia. She's not real familiar with the roads in Richmond. And if anybody's ever met Caitlin, she's just she's everything to that man KP, and KP is her world also. She still lives with KP. They live together, and man, I knew this was gonna be hard because I get so emotional. I know what him and Caitlin are going through. Uh, you, it's gonna be a long road. Uh, so he's gonna need lots of prayers. I know it. Uh, I know it didn't. You probably can't tell unless I told you that I had two strokes back in 2012, and the second one took out my ability to talk, and that's the way I talk, the way I do. Uh, I know what I want to say, but I can't get it out. And don't think for 1 minute that someone laying there that's had a stroke before uh, don't know what you're saying, don't understand you, because we do. We understand everything and we hear everything you're saying. It's just that we can't get it back out to talk back to you. Uh, I had to learn how to do everything over again. Uh, it was just like I was a baby, little baby, and learning how to eat, drink, walk, uh, drive, everything. Uh, I still can't throw a baseball anymore, and I could used to could throw a mean fastball. Uh, it's uh, it's something to go through a stroke. But as y'all know, KP's the uh, if he sets his mind to something, he can do it. And but his daughter, I'm not too sure about her. She's going to need your prayers also. And I turn to this catfish community because he loves each and every one of you. And y'all just don't know what y'all mean to me and KP. I mean, and KP only has his daughter. I had Melissa. I was lucky. But, KP's a big man. And he stands 6'5", 6'6". And she's going to need all the help that she can get. Uh, the the stroke that he had, uh, he is he may not even realize that he's had a stroke because it it affects the brain, the left and right side of the brain controls different things in your body, and he may not even realize that he's had a stroke at this point, and probably never will. Welcome in, Gabriel.
Thanks for having me, brother. I wish it was on better terms, man.
Yeah, and so we'll keep y'all up to date as we hear new things on KP.
Please do.
Yeah, I will. So y'all, if you want to get faster results, tune into my community tab, uh, and periodically through the weekend when we get results, hear back from Kate. We're going to go live. And
I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna get my truck fired up, but I'm not gonna jump down yet. I'm gonna
okay,
stay on all morning until you go off, more than likely.
okay, all right. All right, so that's all about all we know now. Uh, that he has had a full stroke on the right side of his brain, and that he can't swallow now. So he has the very big possibility of going into aspiration. I guess that's how you say that word. Uh, like I said, that's a big word for can't swallow. Uh, and when you do swallow, it goes down your windpipe and not your esophagus. Uh, That's all we know now. So
Well, we're all here, and Melissa has my number, so if y'all need to talk or anything, you can call me anytime, day, night, it doesn't matter.
okay.
I'm always here. Next,
You know, PayPal. Uh, Gigability says, uh, please put his PayPal up. Well, I've been thinking about making a GoFundMe page for him and his daughter. Uh, his daughter's going to need it the most, so to get back and forth to seeing him, because his dad is, KP is very close to his dad. He's an older man, and he still gets around. But KP has a daughter, Caitlin, and uh, she's she's his world, and so you know I'm thinking about putting it in her control, and I don't even know how to go set a GoFundMe up. I've never done it before, but I'm sure I can figure it out. So y'all be watching out for that. Uh, Timberland says a GoFundMe takes a big chunk. Uh, I didn't know that, KP.
No.
you can also set up a cash app.
What kind of money are we talking about for her to go see her dad? What do you think that would be?
I have no idea because uh, she really needs to be there for her dad. Uh, every day, and she needs to be there with him while he's awake, or if he wakes up. He needs to see a familiar face. Uh, I think there's one
Well,
or
let's
two.
get something. Let's get something going. I'm sure with the family we can create something, some kind of um, fundraiser. I can definitely get it out. I know, you know, I, unfortunately with the MMA community, I was fortunate to raise a lot of money for my brother when he passed away. Um, so let's
Well,
get it going. I'll get it out there. I'll get it out to the MMA community, and that should be the least of their worries is finances right now.
yeah, yeah, oh yeah. You all know that KP uh, lives on a fixed income, and he's by the time he gets through paying all his bills, you know, he's got very little money left over. Uh, he's just about got his house paid off, and it, I, he said he was thinking about going taking another mortgage out on his house a while back, and I stopped him. I said, "Man, if you can just, he's only got like 2 years, and it'll be paid for." Uh, I had to talk with him and talked him out of it, basically. And Melissa, here's a GoFundMe. Katie's birthday. Uh, Mark, I don't know.
Do they
I
have
would
them
ask her if she
like
Cash
is
App because you can Cash App actually has a card, so if she has Cash App, that would go directly to her card, and the same way with PayPal. They have like a debit card that goes with it. So those two things would go directly to her without anything coming off of it.
Okay.
do they have them do you know Hogleg, do they have them sedated like just under?
No, I don't know that, but I know for a fact that uh, when I was in the hospital, you didn't have to sedate me. Uh, I was tired, very tired, and that's what happens when you first have a stroke. You get you get very tired, and you just you go out on your own. Uh, I don't even know what room they're going to have him in. Uh, we got to get all that information. But if he does get put in the room, uh, you know, he's unfortunately he's not going to be able to talk to y'all uh, if you call him because he can't talk. He can talk, but it's all mumble jumble.
Yeah. How long were you in the hospital for your for was the second one the worst one or the first one?
Oh yeah, the second one was the first one, the worst one. I was in there, I guess, about 2 weeks.
Wow.
That's how bad it affected me. Yeah, and it took me about 2 years to get back all my speech. Uh, and my speech is still not all back. That's that's the bad thing about strokes.
See, I never would have guessed that with you. You sound like a very well spoken man. To me, I always just thought that you would always just think before you spoke because you're doing a program.
Well,
I
I'm
had no
forced
idea.
I'm forced to think. I know exactly what I want to say.
Hmm.
I can't, you know, translate it. It's hard to explain. So therefore, I do have to think before I speak. But I know automatically. I know what I want to say.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
You hanging in there, bud?
yeah, I broke down a couple of times.
That's all right. That's all right.
It used to be. I used to before Melissa come into my life. I was a. Uh, they called me alley oop. I mean, I was built, buff and all this, and I didn't show my emotions well. And until Melissa came into my life, I never told anybody that I love them, not even my mama. And I know what love is now. So, I, I find it hard to tell other folks that I love them now, but still, I love every one of y'all out here in this catfish community, um, and out of the catfish community. But that's what the good book says. Uh, love each other, and and that's what I try to do. There's there to me there's different kinds of love. You're you love your wife, you're in love with your wife or your spouse, and then you got family members. You love them, but you're not in love with them. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Well, it depends on what part of the country you're from.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Thought I'd make you laugh a little bit there, Harley.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah, he'll be out. With the Lord, with all of our prayers, I think God's gonna hear us. He's gonna get out of there. I'd probably say my prediction's probably in 4 weeks he'll be back on here, and I can't wait for him to call me knucklehead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a KP word, knucklehead.
Yeah,
And it's not knucklehead, it's knucklehead.
knucklehead. Yep. God bless him, and I'll be praying for him.
Boy, my mouth is extra dry right now.
You already know,
Yeah,
man. If you need anything,
it does.
you got my email. I'll send you my phone number. Whatever I can do, man. I'll give you the shirt off my back, man. Whatever you need. Sorry, Tasha. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was gonna say it isn't always easy to tell people that you love them. Like Hogleg saying, because there's different spectrums of that word. But we're all family, and we all love each other, whether we say it or not.
That's right.
And we're always for each other.
That's right.
A channel, we're family.
Especially with your loved ones. I learned the hard way.
Yeah.
I lost my brother. I lost my mom. I lost too many people, and you just always think they're always going to be there. I'll always have time. I'll get to that. We're in a beef right now with my brother. We'll eventually work it out. And then you get the call, they're gone. And, I never got that chance to tell them I love them again.
Yeah.
And I miss them. It's just, don't live like that. Don't live with regret like that. Like, hug the ones that you love as much as you can. Tell them you love them as much as you can.
Right.
And don't take them for granted.
That's right. I was 20 years old before my mom and dad got a divorce. And I was grown. And my siblings are 5 years apart. It was me, my sister's 5 years younger than me, and then my brother is 5 years younger than her. He was 10 years younger than me. I was fortunate enough to be 20 years old before my mama and daddy got a divorce. My sister was 15, and my brother was 10. So my dad, uh, ever since that night, you see, I used to be a dirt driver or a race car driver in my younger days, and we came back from the races, and we all met up in a parking lot, all the racers, and my dad pulled up in there in his old beat up truck. He got out fussing and cussing at my mom, and she was curled up just taking it, And my dad pushed my mama. And that's the first time I ever seen my dad lay hands on my mama. And, I was 17 at the time, 17 or 18. And I wasn't going to take it. No. Oh yeah, this was before they got a divorce. I wasn't going to take it. So I went over there to my dad. And my dad, he's an ex-Marine. He's short. he served 2 tours in Vietnam recon, and I've always been kind of scared of my dad. And that night I wasn't. Uh, I walked over there and I got the attention off of my mom, and you know how. Uh, anyway, I pulled a gun on my dad and I stuck it in his face, and I said, "I'll blow your brains out." And uh, from that day until the year that he passed, we didn't speak. We didn't not speak at all. And then all of a sudden, out of clear blue in 2008, my dad he reached out to me, and uh, we went to see him in the hospital, and he looked pitiful. And me and Melissa came back home, and then a week later, he called. You know, in the hospital as we were seeing him, as we made up. You know, we made up, and I'm glad that we did because it wasn't. He died 2 weeks later. He passed away, and that's a sad way to spend all them years, away from my dad.
Well, you had every right to do what you did to protect your mom. Um, but thank God that you did get that opportunity to make things right with them, and
Right.
that's one good thing you can take away. I mean, there's no shedding light on losing your father or a loved one, but things like that I like hearing, where you're able to reconnect.
Yep. And we did. If it hadn't have been for him reaching out to me, though, we may have not got that chance to reconnect. But we did, and I'm glad. But I'm sad also.
Yeah.
Good morning, Indiana, Chris.
I'm 25 years with both of my parents, with my mom and dad. And I had seen my brother and told him that I wanted to see him.
Yeah.
And I started seeing my mom and dad in June of 2017. Now his birthday is November. He passed away November 17th of 2017. That's 25 years that I can never get back, and I completely can understand what you're saying about having that chance to speak to your dad.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, and Caitlin, KP's daughter, she's blaming herself.
Why is she blaming herself?
Because she feels like she could have done something.
Yeah, that's
Maybe could have got him there quicker or something.
Well, I know you guys are telling her, those of you that know her are driving it home that it's nothing she could have done. Don't blame herself.
Thank you, Hugh.
As men, we're stubborn. We don't like to go to the doctor. We're stubborn.
No, I don't like. I still don't like go to the doctors. I've been to them a lot, and I still don't like to go to them.
I don't like to, but I now, after my brother dying at 46, my
Right.
mom dying at 49,
Right.
I go to my doctor's appointments. I sometimes I go too much. You know, I don't like it, but I got to make sure everything's on the up and up. Whereas before, I didn't go for nothing, but that's what we do. Like I'm I'm 70% Cherokee Indian. We don't go to the doctor.
Yeah.
We don't the women, the men. My great grandparents lived. Both of them lived to be over 100 years old. They never went to the doctor. My
Right.
great grandmother had all 11 of her children in her room by herself.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
My grandmother told me that. She walked. Oh my gosh, like tough generation back then. But yeah, man, we as men, we gotta cut the crap and cut the egos and get our butts to our appointments. Even if you feel fine, go to your checkups,
Yeah.
get checked out from top to bottom. You cannot put a price on a good clean bill of health from your doctor.
Yeah. My daughter come. I got a call yesterday. My daughter had referred me to a dietitian, a Phoebe dietitian, and when they called, I said, I done been to a dietitian plan what 7, 8 years ago, and I turned them down because I've done been to one, and I know how to eat healthy, but it's expensive, and
Hmm.
I can't I can't pay that kind of money just to eat, so I had to get you know the lower end food products.
Yeah, we got to connect, brother. I can get you there, and I won't charge you a death thing, and I won't change your diet.
All
I'm
right,
being dead serious.
all right,
It'll just take a little bit of discipline, but I mean, I would. You don't have to change your diet, what you eat. You just got to cut back maybe a little bit, and then maybe a day out of the month, maybe you do like a 8 hour fast, and
yeah,
and all you got no cardio, zero cardio. All you have to do is lift weights for about 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
okay,
And you'll see the pounds come off, and you'll start to feel so much better. And Lord knows, maybe you might be able to throw a baseball again. Maybe
yeah,
some might come back.
yeah,
You're getting good health. We can
yep,
get you there, ugly.
yep,
Dietitians, I don't believe in them. I honestly I don't. Everybody's different. You can't give one dietitian for like just give them to all your patients because the human body, everybody's DNA, everybody, that
right,
everybody's different.
exactly, exactly,
I just know what I've seen. I that what the MMA fighters have taught me, and I've seen how it's worked for the masses. That's why I can say like, okay, I know what works, I know what doesn't work because I've seen it not just
right,
on one person, but 50 people.
right. Good morning, fishing with squirrel. Uh, I want to let some other people get in here uh, before I tell it again. But just in general, KP has suffered a stroke on his right side of his brain, and we're just keeping y'all updated, trying to keep y'all updated little by little uh, as it comes in. Welcome back, Viking.
Appreciate it. I had some kind of service issue. I had to reset my whole phone.
Oh wow. Wow. But yeah, that's
Well, get her to make a cash app or something like that, and whatever I make next weekend at the show, I'll send KP half of it.
oh wow. Uh, you you can't afford to do that, Jack.
I can afford to help out a friend.
That's good. That's good. Well, we'll try to look into getting something set up. For the community page, you'll be updating. Uh, JG Hill, it's on my community page. There's already two posts been uh, posted right there, and I got to request somebody to catch. Yeah, Melissa, not the head KP. Yeah,
Hmm.
Well, if I could fish for catfish, I definitely would go and try to catch a big one for him.
I'm gonna be fishing Jody's challenge tonight, so
Oh, that's right, Viking. That's this weekend, huh?
yep.
every Friday night. Yeah. Okay, JG. Yeah, we Yeah, I hope my brother gets better.
He's got a long road ahead of him, but KP's a fighter. He'll pull through.
Yep.
Yeah, he's too stubborn, man. He ain't going nowhere.
Oh heck yeah. Heck yeah. He's
I'm pretty sure most of us are stubborn, so we ain't going anywhere.
no. I know
We're as
I ain't.
stubborn as the catfish that we catch.
Yeah, that's pretty stubborn though.
It is.
Yeah, well.
And I'm just so like I just got to know y'all, and you know my heart is just broken right now.
Yeah. Well, it's like me and KP just clicked right off the bat. First time, we met on here is we met about 2 years ago now, and I started the Boar's Nest, and then for a long time there, he was just my co-host, and I wanted to get his channel built up too, and so I offered it to him two nights, and yeah, I missed that guy already. It makes it rough, when you're used to doing a show with two people,
Oh, yeah.
and all of a sudden you're down to one. JG here, I started the Boar's Nest. This coming November will be 2 years ago, and KP, he was with me almost 3/4 of the time.
Yeah, I noticed that right off the bat. Your guys with you two on here, the way you guys connect, the way you guys do your shows. Oh yeah, you guys go together like biscuits and gravy, man. Like You know what I mean? Like you can't have hog leg without KP or vice versa.
Yep. Welcome in, Johnny Smallpepper. He's in the hospital with a full-blown stroke on the right side of his head. He can't swallow. He has a very good chance of falling into aspiration. Welcome in, Ace Surfer. And me and Melissa, we staying in contact with his daughter. And you know, he's really close to the 1 Ton Gang, LG Bass, and Aaron. And them guys, they're closer enough to travel to Richmond, Virginia. And I really wish that they could get the word. Uh, I've got Aaron's number, but it was late last night when we found out. So, and I should have had LG Bass's number, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, that's what I was hoping for, NJ. Maybe they'll go visit him while he's in the hospital.
Oh, I'm sure if they're close by, if they're within driving distance, I'm sure they'll go.
Yeah. Whiskey Dreams is 4 hours away.
Yeah, that's a drive. That's a bit of a drive.
Where's the hospital at?
In Richmond, Virginia.
1 minute, I'm gonna jump out. I gotta check something real quick.
Okay.
Check.
Fish or Fever, I'll do it, and just as soon as more information comes available, he's not even in the room yet.
So he hasn't even been admitted yet.
Yeah, well, he doesn't have a room.
Oh, I see. What you're doing. I see. Okay.
Yeah. And you know, nobody can get to get to him where he's at now until he gets into a room. Well, you know, the ones that
Are they going to put him in ICU, or are they just going to put him in a room? Do you know?
I think they're just going to go right straight to a room.
Okay.
They're keeping him overnight. Yeah, Whiskey Dreams.
Yeah, unfortunately, I've seen a couple. You know, back in my executive production days, I got to unfortunately see a couple people have them live, and they're looking at you, and then they just go quiet, and they're looking out into space. And because I was trained for that, and so I knew what was going on. And then they come to the one Peter. I remember Peter. He came to after it was about a good 20, 30 seconds, and he fortunately he wasn't as bad as KP's and yourselves. He was just like he's like, what happened? Like, I don't know what just happened. Like he blanked out, but then they took him to the hospital. Said he had a massive stroke.
Yeah. Huh.
It's awful. But you could have had migraines or whatever, some type of, I wouldn't know,
Yeah.
Did you have migraines hot leg before yours hit?
No, what I had was I would get these tension headaches back of
Yeah.
my skull, and
Hmm.
and then about a week I walked around. You know, I thought it was just tennis elbow. And I was having a brand new motor put in my Z71, and I went over there to my mechanics, and I had a sling. It got so bad that I had to use a sling. I went to the uh, Walgreens and bought a sling, and I
Right.
had it, and I went over to my mechanics, and I told him that I was having a stroke, and I didn't know I was having a stroke, but and then a couple of days later, me and Melissa was out uh, riding around in the minivan doing collections, and I, she was driving because I couldn't drive, and
Right.
then and she, we pulled up in this store, and she looked over at me, and it had done happened, uh, and I just looked at her, and I laughed. I did that, and she just, she thought I was messing with her, and so she got out of the van and walked around to the other side and opened the door, and I fell out. And
Oh, shit.
so she shoved me back up into the van and got me onto the hospital. And the whole time that she was driving, I wasn't in pain, and I was looking at her, and in my mind I was saying, "It's gonna be all right, baby. Slow down, slow down, slow down." But it was coming out da 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 da,
Oh
and
my gosh.
and both times that's how I reacted. And the second time, the nurse, when I was going in there and going da 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 da, you know, uh, she broke down and cried. She told Melissa that she didn't think I was going to come back after that one because I was going da 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 da.
Yeah.
But on the second one, I stood straight up. Stood straight up on my knees in the bed and started saying my ABCs.
Hmm.
That was my way of telling Melissa that, hey, you need to get me back to the hospital. Something ain't right, and that's all I could do because when they had me in that MRI, the first one,
Hmm.
the guy said try to say your ABCs, and that was what I was thinking about while I was in that MRI.
Oh, okay. 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 That
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's why I said my
Right.
ABCs.
Oh, poor Melissa too, man. God bless her. I bet she had for the strength of her to. I mean, you make it sound easy, but that little lady had to get you back in that car.
Right, right.
I bet you God was helping her. God gave her that strength to
The
put you back
second
in the car.
time she had to walk me. The second time she had to walk me through the house and to the van.
Yeah,
Uh,
God
yeah,
gave her
I
that
don't know
strength.
how in the heck she done it.
God, God
They,
was right there with her.
they say when we need the strength, it's always there.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
And you can do amazing things when you have to, regardless.
yep,
Yep.
Our strength just becomes outrageous.
right. Yeah, she did a good job taking care of me. I mean, after I come out of that, uh, my insurance wouldn't pay for uh, the rehab.
Of course not.
And besides, I wouldn't. I didn't want to go to rehab. I thought me and Melissa could make it by ourselves, and we did.
Oh,
We
really?
did. Yeah,
Oh,
I owe that woman my life.
that's why you married her, right?
That's right.
You picked a good one. And I can say that about my wife too. She takes good care of me, even when I'm a stubborn knucklehead. And when and like Tasha was saying, the strength. I mouthed off to her one time. Never put hands on her, but I mouthed off to her one time, and she grabbed me, and it felt like Viking grabbed me. Like
Wow.
that strength came through. Tasha knows what I'm talking about, right? And she
Yeah.
shook me like, "What'd you say?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, honey. Oh my!" It scared me a little bit. I was like, "Where did that strength come from?"
Wow. Your boy Troy said my name was Kroger's for about a week after my wife. Oh man. My father had 4 major strokes, 5 heart attacks, and a bunch of mini heart attacks.
Nice.
He sounds about like me. I think I'm up to 7 or 8 heart attacks and 2 strokes.
Just take care of yourself, please, Hot Lady. Please, man.
Oh yeah, I am now.
Just like I said, I just got to know y'all. I can't be, can't be losing y'all.
We ain't going nowhere, man. Shoot.
Who else am I going to tell my baby mama jokes to?
Yeah. And that's what I've been worried about. See if it hadn't been for Kate, we wouldn't have even known. That's if something happens with a YouTuber in the catfish community, please let somebody know.
That's a good point. Yeah. How would how would we know? How would you know? How would anybody know? You're right.
Yeah.
We'll just be like asking ourselves like dummies, like, hey, where's James been, or where's
And
Mark?
and there's a gentleman. I think he lives in New York. Uh, uh, Old Timers Bass Chaser. Let's see, Old Timers Bass Chaser. I ain't heard nothing out of him, and he just came on the scene, and he had sent me some stickers, and I was pushing his channel, and all of a sudden I ain't heard nothing out of him no more. Has anybody heard how Old Timers is doing? Let me see. I can't find the stickers right now. Got so many of them up here. Yeah. And you need to find something you can't.
Yeah, worst thing that happened to me. I've just been fortunate. I told you about that mattress that fell on my head, right? From 3 stories up.
No,
I didn't tell you all about that.
no.
Oh man, I can't. So I have a herniated disc in my neck right now, and I had a concussion, but it could have been worse. But yeah, I was walking outside of my apartment, and the knucklehead, shout out to KP, neighbor on the 3rd floor, was trying to move all her stuff out by herself and wouldn't hire movers because she was cheap. So she kept throwing everything over the railing, which is right in front of where I exit my apartment.
Right.
And everyone's yelling at her, "Stop throwing! Someone's, you're gonna hit somebody." So I go, Smoking Joe, my dog. I go to take him out potty. He's a little pup. We step right outside, and then all I hear was a scream, and then a thunk. So she threw a mattress. Her and the guy that works here threw a mattress from 3 stories up, hit me square in the head.
Oh wow.
Hit me, hit the dog. The dog cried. I didn't feel that. I was just kind of woozy at first, and I just ran to the puppy like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And then it just hit me like, did that just really happen to me? Did a mattress just fall on my head?
Come out of nowhere.
And when I went into the hospital to get checked out, the doctors, the nurses, they're all laughing. And I said, what are the odds? I said, I bet I'm your first patient who's ever had a mattress fall on their head from a 3rd-story building. So I'm dealing with that. I have a herniated disc in my neck that I'm fighting, to get fixed. But
Right.
I mean, I don't know. I've had several concussions. I don't even know how many. But I've been fortunate. One time I thought I did have a heart attack, but I just had a panic attack. I didn't even know what a panic attack was.
Them things are real.
Oh, let me
Panic
tell you how real they are. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I started blacking out. I couldn't, and I thought for sure that was it. I was 18 years old.
Wow.
Rushed to the hospital. They said, "Oh, you're having." I said, "What's a panic attack? What are you talking about? I'm having a heart attack." They said, "No, you're fine." And I've been
That's
suffering from anxiety ever since then.
right. Anxiety and panic attacks. Our oldest son, he was 18 when he had his first panic attack. Uh, and everybody thought he was having a doggone heart attack,
Mm-hmm.
but it turned out to be a panic attack. And them things are real.
If they don't go away, you're stuck. Once you get them, you're stuck with them for life. But I mean, it's better than a heart attack. But I've been fortunate. But I can't say, I get what y'all went through or going through. And I see in the chat, everybody's putting, what they've had. So yeah, I'll take a mattress to the head any day. But I thought you guys would get a kick out of that because
Yeah.
when I went to the orthopedic surgeon, they all are laughing at me too. They said I probably had a better chance of winning the Powerball than having a mattress fall on my head because they've never had a patient like that.
That's seriously just crazy that she's throwing all that stuff out the window. And I have to say that you're probably lucky that it was a mattress and not something else.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been, it hit me flat. If it would have been on the side, the side, the heavy part, it could have been, it could have broke my neck because I was looking down at my dog when it hit me. So I wasn't looking straight ahead. So, I mean, I deal with excruciating pain all day and I just suck it up, but I got to get it fixed. But I just thought, shed some light on the unfortunate news of KP. You guys would get a kick out of that. But
Yeah.
they said I had a better chance of hitting the Powerball
Oh wow.
through your whole life getting hit in the head with a mattress.
That's
It happened to me.
like or trillion that something like that would happen.
You know what, Tasha? It's probably gonna till the day I die. I'm gonna wonder what the odds are of that happening to somebody.
For y'all that's just now coming in, KP has had a full blown stroke on the right side of his head, and that affects the left side of the body, and he is at a big risk of aspiration, and that's where he can't swallow, and there he's at a very high risk of having pneumonia right now, catching pneumonia and choking. and anything else. If y'all look up the word aspiration, it's where food and water and everything goes down your uh, breathing tube instead of your esophagus.
It's like when you take a drink and you say it goes down the wrong pipe and you start coughing.
Right.
What it is.
That's what it is.
Now, are they saying that could be permanent?
They don't know yet.
Okay.
They don't know yet.
Oh Lord.
Jump on the mattress. No. Vision fever.
Yeah, so yeah, James, it's funny when it happens in the cartoons, but in real life, yeah, man, I laugh at it now. I was just stunned. Like, did that was the first thoughts in my head was that just really happened?
Yeah. What's the odds of that?
Did a mattress just really fall on my head?
Melissa, it's not my fault you need coffee. You know, it is morning, so it is coffee time. She said that a while ago in chat, but
Oh, okay.
says it's my fault she needed coffee.
We had to respond to a home in the front.
So if he's at high risk for ammonia, they're gonna have to cut him off from. They're not gonna allow anybody near him. I hate to say it, not even his daughter, because they can't risk him catching anything right now.
Right. Oh
So yeah,
man, Kitty,
isolation.
yeah. We had to respond for y'all. Those of y'all who don't know, Vanessa Kitty she's a retired military, and she says we had to respond to a home where the front cone of a B-52 fell off and crashed through the home next to the dining table. The guy was eating breakfast.
Well, good morning. I've always, yeah, you know what, that's a crazy story because I've always thought about that because you hear about that sometimes about mid-air collisions or whatever, and then debris.
Yeah.
It's got to fall somewhere.
Yeah.
Comes through your house.
Yeah, Melissa once cut her toe with a butcher knife. She was cutting a pan of cornbread, and the knife come out of her hand and fell on her little toe and cut it, and she had to have stitches. And yeah, her nickname, we messed with her a long time about that. Called her cornbread.
Oh my gosh, she's probably like hog leg. I hope you enjoyed this cornbread. I got stitches for it.
Oh man.
Poor Melissa. Yeah, I'm gonna tell. Yeah, we gotta. If KP, unfortunately, if he has to get an IV, we gotta convince him to put a little bit of gravy in there. I said that'll get him going.
Mm-hmm.
A little gravy in that bag.
Wow. So y'all, it looks like y'all might be gonna have to put up with my butt for 4 days a week for a little while.
Well, I'll come on here and help you out, Hogleg. You ain't gotta do this by yourself.
It's like Danny Stone was saying the other morning. Yeah, the other morning sometime. Me and KP is like the perfect soup recipe.
You are. You all like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
I was hooked immediately. First show, I was like, man, these guys are freaking hilarious.
Wow. We thank you.
Well, every morning that I'm up early, I'll be up here with you.
All right.
So you're not gonna have to do any shows by yourself.
No,
I don't care
well,
if
yeah,
I
well,
nights or not. I'll be up here
yeah.
by yourself. Makes it awkward doing a live stream when you're the only one on panel.
Yeah, I mean, it's when you plan to go on with somebody else, especially, and then you
Yeah.
gotta. I mean,
And
you gotta.
that's what that's why me and KP make good teammates, because I feed off of him and he feeds off of me.
Yeah. Yep.
We both feed off the chat. When the chat stops, uh, eventually we stop.
Well, you got. I mean, you got 50 people. I mean, this is definitely the most people I've seen in 1 year live stream so far. It's all the love for KP.
Well, KP will definitely get you laughing, that's for sure.
It,
Oh, heck yeah.
How many mornings I'm sitting here dying laughing?
yep. There's cotton picking, fishing, dropping the verse of the day again. And thank you, cotton picking fishing. Thank you, Stephanie. But he
Amen.
answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God." Matthew 4:4. Amen.
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 Good morning, Ed's Crazy Adventures. Welcome in. Yep. Stephanie Cotton picking fishing. She brings us a verse of the day every morning, and we all need it. Also, I mean, thank
Yeah.
you, Stephanie. Thank you.
God bless you, young lady.
Uh, fishing frustrations. We don't. We know he's got a PayPal, but we don't know if Caitlin is able to get to his PayPal.
Yeah, we got to set something up to where it's either in her name. Probably best to do it in her name.
Yeah,
So if she has a Cash App or a PayPal, it'll be connected to whatever, a GoFundMe. There's other ones out there too.
yeah,
Cash App is really easy to set up because
Oh yeah,
you
I
just
love Cash App.
your account and then all you got to do is just transfer it to the bank and it can be there immediate for like like $3-4, but at least they're not taking like a huge percentage of it like with some of the other
right.
apps and stuff.
Yeah, Cash App is by far the best. PayPal, be careful with PayPal. They'll take your money because they're not regulated by anybody, by the FDIC, by nobody. They wipe out my account. They took $10,000 from me. They took $7,000 from another associate of mine, and they don't got to give it back. The only way you can get it back, I had to get an attorney, and the attorney said they do this to everyone. You got to, unfortunately, hire an attorney. You got to subpoena them, and then once they get the subpoena, they'll give you your money back.
Oh,
That's a little scam that they run. Because think of
wow.
all the people that don't fight it.
Yeah,
I try not to mess with PayPal.
Don't do it. Don't. I'm telling firsthand, don't do it. I went through hell to get that money back.
well, my PayPal account, as soon as I get some in it, it's gone. So I ain't got
Yeah.
I got to worry about that.
You go, Hogleg goes, Melissa, you got some money in your account. I just sent you some. It all goes to Melissa's account. No, so the Cash App's been great. And then also, if you do super chat on YouTube, YouTube takes 40%.
Yeah.
40%.
Yeah, and already $4 and my would be monetized for like the past 5 months.
You know, people complain about YouTube, but taking money. But I was owner operator for 18 years. And didn't nobody give me my truck and my expenses on the truck. Didn't nobody pay my fuel. Didn't nobody buy my tires. Didn't nobody buy my batteries. Didn't nobody help me at all. So uh, I look at it as that was my business, and YouTube is YouTube's business.
Right.
So you got to understand that if it wasn't for YouTube, you wouldn't be making money off of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so that they provide a platform
Right.
for you for X amount of dollars. So I don't see what the big fuss is about. You know,
No, it's their platform. They have every right to take their cut.
right?
But I got a stash. I got my stash right here, and it goes right here in my drawer that my wife don't know.
Oh God.
It's you know what though? It's in case of an emergency. That's what it's. I don't touch it. If all hell breaks loose and we gotta go, or the economy crashes or something, I got Plan B.
Oh wow.
Ain't no bank. It's right here in my drawer.
That's the way it'll be, man.
Gotta do it. Crazy days, man.
I don't have a graph about taking their cut. They make the platform available to make that money. If not, they wouldn't. That's right.
And they also allow me to put my Cash App link in my description, and they don't ding me on that. So I mean, YouTube could ding me for that and say, "Oh no, you can only get the super chats," but they don't do that, so I can't.
No.
Because if people win money from my picks, they'll send me tips. So
your boy Troy says, Skywalker, I hope your wife's not watching.
That's what I said. She gonna know about it now.
She's gonna watch the show, by the way. So now she's gonna know.
Even spot to put it then.
She's gonna watch. She watches. I told you she's watched every show since she wakes up at 6 a.m. and she watches your show now every morning while she's working. That's all right. She don't care. She knows. She knows I have my money, and she has hers. But I give her every dollar that I make. I just give it to her. That's just like I'll pull a little bit out at a time, and I'll put it in the drawer. Just in case.
Yeah.
Never know, especially this day and age. That's
what I'm saying, Tasha. It's scary. So I'm trying to get prepared here.
How are they going to try to do away with the cash in the United States?
Cash,
they're trying to do away with all the currency. It's crazy.
They can't though. They'd have to accomplish that new world order that they want to do, where it's a one world currency and all that. Good luck with that. That ain't happening.
Yeah.
If you think about it, the only reason paper money was invented is because paper is a heck of a lot easier to carry than bag of gold coins or gold bars. That's the only reason. Paper money really has a monetary value to begin with.
Especially they can just print it out of air, Tasha, like they're doing right. The government's doing right now. That's why inflation, because they
Yeah.
printed so much money. You just print it out of thin air, and then everything goes up. That's why inflation's so bad right now.
Right.
Right.
I got a little bag for my coins.
Yeah, I feel bad now. Now I really feel bad. Thanks, chat. She was just in the room the other day, rolling spare change that we had in the house because we're gonna be moving. She's like, I just don't want to move around any loose change in here. I got now it's not the cat's out of the bag now.
Wow.
She's gonna, but you know what she's gonna say? I know my wife. She's gonna say that's smart. Keep doing it. Because you know I give her all mine.
Welcome in, Amarillo fishing family.
Good morning, Merle.
But yeah, we all appreciate you coming on, Hogleg. I got the notification, and my heart and my stomach. You know that feeling like when you're going down a roller coaster, that sinking feeling.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought, you know, I was like, oh no, please, and I just started praying. But I appreciate you coming on and letting the whole community know what's going on with our brother KP on a night where you're supposed to have, or a morning for you, where you're supposed to have the morning off, and keeping us up to date. And I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
I've been known to come on and help people get through rough times.
Hey, if we got to do it, we'll do it. We'll do a telethon, a KP telethon to raise money. Maybe Jody do one of her fishing tournaments or something.
Yeah.
We'll do something.
Welcome in, Blue Eyes.
What's up, Blue Eyes? There he is.
When Tasha mentioned leather bag, I thought I'd best pop up.
Hey.
Good staff right there. Everybody got that. See,
saves your pockets from wearing out as well. The leather's in your pocket lining.
All right, JG Hill Studio. I have a question. I'm trying to set up my live stream. Skywalker and Hogleg, are you listening to the panel without headphones? Yeah.
Yep. You have to go into your settings and you go to the sound, and then you got to switch over the microphone to your laptop, as opposed because it'll say it's connected to your microphone. You got to switch it over to your laptop, and then you don't have to wear the headphones. It took me a while.
That's how I use my phone, so.
Blue Eyes, what part of the UK are you from?
I'm a northerner. I'm a Geordie from Newcastle, but I live further south.
Oh, okay.
I'm about 100 miles north of London.
All my family's from London. I'm the first generation born on my dad's side, and I'm in the United States.
I look like an alien. I can only wear one headphone because my hearing's so sensitive. I've got to keep my ear clear. Yeah, I have problems with noise when I'm out. Sorry about the noise. That's a bin, man.
James Eyebrow says he looks like an alien with the headphones.
Could be worse. I could be sitting here in my caveman outfit. I make all sorts. I'm working on some leather bags at the minute. Yeah, so when I can't get fishing, I still keep busy, keep my mind right. Well, that's part of it. That's part of it. And that's part of it.
Wow.
And this one is going to be the case. Well,
that looks like a tie.
People like it, so it works. I just need more leather.
So you put leather bags together, right?
I cut them out and make them myself out of old leather settees and leather furniture, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I recycle the leather.
Wherever you can get it.
Yeah. Well, this is the that's what I use as that's my glasses case.
Okay.
That's what I use as a template for my leather glasses cases. No, I did have one that I made earlier, but I've put it somewhere again.
All right, Troy.
Oh, there it is.
We sure will do.
There you go.
Take it easy.
That's the one I made earlier.
Yeah, that's
See,
neat.
that weather makes me like my stomach churn because I had a 50 drum of leather that ended up getting wet because I
Oh,
make a bunch of stuff out of it.
yeah.
It was crazy, and it was all perfect weather too.
Well, I just go around the streets, carry a knife with us, but in the seat, under the seat on my disabled scooter. And if I see a couch out for the bin, I'll knock on the door and say, "Can I cut the back out of it? Are you binning it?" You know what I mean? Nobody's coming to pick it up. And if
Yeah.
they say, no one's picking up, I say, "Can I cut the back out of it so I can make something out of the leather?" 9 times out of 10, they say, "Yeah."
Huh. Good Lord. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. A lot of leather furniture sitting around on people's front lawn saying free or whatever.
Hmm.
Right,
Good morning, Parker Pursuits.
I'm gonna drop back down. If anybody does manage to, I know he's not well at the minute, but give Kenneth my best regards. And tell him
Okay,
for him.
we'll do it.
All right, so I'll catch you on. I'll be back in chat because I'm still busy doing housework. Okay.
All righty. Thanks for coming up. That was fishing frustrations.
I wonder if you can make a silverback gorilla wallet from my baby's mama. If I send him some samples.
Well, good morning, Hooks and Hammocks. We just doing an update on KP. Nutshell, he's had a full blown stroke on the right side of his head that affects his left side of his on the right side affects his left side of his body. Uh, and he's in a good chance. He's in aspiration right now. That means he has a good chance of developing pneumonia or choking or anything like that. JG Hill says, I have a Sony camera broadcast mic running through interface come up on a live stream, had lag in headphones, could not hear myself in headphones. I will get this fixed. Looking forward to hanging. All right, JG Hill.
Yeah, cool, man. The only way I learned was I because there's a YouTube video for everything, so I YouTubed how to broadcast without headphones on while using your microphone, and it was so easy. I was like, oh, this is easy. I changed a carburetor too by a YouTube video. A how to video,
Yep.
YouTube video, and my
Yeah.
same thing.
One Saturday morning, I just got up and StreamYard makes this easy. I mean,
Yep.
I just got up one Saturday morning and decided I wanted to go live, and I just turned on the computer and had a camera, microphone, and I went live.
Yeah, that's why you tell the viewers to turn that bell icon on so they know when you go live.
Yeah.
Hey,
You can go
Phil,
live
how you
anytime. What's that, Tasha?
saying hi to still in you.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, still in you. Yeah. Now don't y'all get too used to this. We're still not going to do Friday night. Oh man, that position is open still.
And I can never do something like what you guys do because most of the catfishing community is on the East Coast. So I'd have to stay up all night in order to do what you guys do. Because if I did it myself, I'd have no viewers because everyone on the West Coast. We'd be talking about our little 1 pound channel cats we're getting, you know.
Well, hey,
It's thrown me off so bad because I used to be live 7 nights a week. Plus, I would do daytime with an ex-friend of mine. So yeah, working nights just like completely throws me being live 7 days a week.
I couldn't. Yeah, that's a lot. I do videos, but they're recorded 6 to 7 days a week.
Yep.
But live is a whole different animal.
Yeah. Yep.
I do more lives than content. I don't know. I just haven't taken the time to like upload very many.
Yeah. Now, see, I found this community 2 years ago, a month ago, be 2 years ago. That I found this catfish community. So I've been a part of other YouTube communities, the reseller communities. I've been a part of the homesteader community, and but when I found this catfish community, I fell in love with it, and I never had the desire to go live or post any videos until I got to this YouTube catfish YouTube community, and I was how I got started in it. It was September 6th. I was I was gonna fish in catfish regulators 7-7 bank tournament, and I needed some bank rod holders, and so easy enough to make your own. So I got my the side grinder out, the little 4-inch with the cutting wheel on it, and I grabbed up a piece of angle iron and I commenced to cutting it. Well, I had the side grinder in the lock on position, and I was holding the piece of angle iron with my left hand and holding the side grinder with my right hand, and it binded and it snatched it out of my hand. And it dropped down there and cut a big gash in my leg.
Oh.
And then it commenced to falling on my foot and cut my foot just about completely off.
Jeez.
And it was the little thing was running around on the ground, and my bulldog was running around, going hollering and hollering, Melissa, get out here. And she came, bless her heart, she was in the kitchen, and the first thing she did was grab a bunch of kitchen towels and duct tape. And she come out there and there again got me to the hospital. And so that put me out of commission. And
I bet.
Yeah, and it's and I was so mad because I wanted to get into this catfish community with a bang. And one Saturday morning, I just decided I'm gonna go live. 351 was my first viewer. And I always remember him. 351 Cleveland. And it just went from there. And here we are now.
Well, you started off with a bang, all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, the longer you do it, I mean, you got to put in the years. What you guys got going here is going to blow up. You're going to be one of those channels where you can't even read the chats anymore. It's just going to be.
That won't never happen.
Yeah,
Especially this time slot right here. This is the time. Me and KP both was owner operators, and we ran our trucks mainly at night time because it was cooler and less traffic on the road and all of this. But this was the time slot we chose because we're used to being up all night every night, and the people out there going to work and has nowhere to go. We wanted to provide them with a chat, somewhere to go, and we wanted to help people get to work. And you know, I'm really thinking that we're kind of like the John Boy and Billy show of YouTube, the catfish version.
there's enough catfishermen out there. You put in the time, you put in the work, you be consistent, you'll get there, man. Don't cut yourself short.
We appreciate you hugging KP. Important. Yeah, see right there. That makes our days.
Well, amen to that. Amen to that. I don't know what I feel lost on your guys' days off now. Like, what am I gonna watch now? There's nothing to watch.
uh, no, Super Smurf, he hasn't seen my foot yet.
I'll be right back.
I got hit in the head with a beer bottle once. By the time the cops got there, I was in front of a mirror showing up cut myself. Cop wasn't shocked.
Melissa told there reminds me of when, the old metal toolboxes, the little ones that were red and they had the tray that lifts out.
Yeah.
Well, I was 4 years old when my biological father was alive, and I wanted to take my training wheels off my bicycle, so he loosened those up so I could finish taking them off. And I, put the nuts and stuff back on. Well, I wasn't watching where I was walking, and I stepped on that tray
Wow.
and almost cut my little toe almost completely off.
Wow.
And my grandpa was a fireman, and I never seen my grandpa move so fast and stuck my foot under that ice cold water spigot up at camp. I never went and got any stitches. My grandpa used a bunch of butterflies and all this
Yeah.
other,
Yeah.
but and then my grand, she's like, "Now I just told you to put your shoes back on." I
Oh,
hate shoes.
man. Yeah, did we all when we was kids? Uh, Man, I stepped on many a nail, many of those big thorny cactuses. Man, I got stuff in my foot all the time.
Yeah, and I love the water, so I was down to the beach,
Yeah.
going swimming and everything. And my gram and my mom used to set me up on the side of the kitchen sink, toe out. Oh, that was so painful.
And my papa, he believed in the power of kerosene. Anytime I would stub my toe or scratch my knee or my legs or get a cut, he'd go get the kerosene jug and pour some on me.
Well, kerosene was like used for a lot of stuff because my cousins had gotten head lice. I'd never had them before. Well, they happened to be staying with us.
Right.
Now, this is winter time, and you're talking like 20 below zero. and my mom and aunt had us all stripped down to our skivvies, and they doused our heads and made us sit there for like 10 minutes with that stuff on our head.
Yeah, that was smothering them out. Welcome in, Ernie Brown.
Good morning, Ernie.
Well, I got to. My eyeballs are starting to float, so if y'all can hold it down, I'll be right back. You know, I take water pills at night, and I drink tea. Keep,
Go ahead, I'll be here.
y'all fill the Ernie Brown in with what KP's going through.
AP had a stroke. We don't fully know the extent of everything right now. Waiting to hear from his daughter Caitlin to find out, more of what's going on. So I just need everybody to keep him and Caitlin in your prayers. Need him right now. You're welcome, Melissa. And it's crazy because last night it was like my heart was up in my chest all night long at work, and I had no idea why I even was feeling like that. And then when I seen, because first thing when I get up, I always check YouTube, and I'd seen that Hogleg was going live this morning and news about KP, and it's like my heart about stopped. And no, we're not going to get on the subject of feet either. KP always cracked me up when he started talking about feet. Feet and
All right, thank you.
yes, I do, James. Always, every morning.
Thank you, James.
I don't know if I get home at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll set an alarm to be in here. Melissa's like, you got pneumonia, you should be asleep. And I'm like, I know you're sick. You're sicker than me, so I'm going to be up to drop links because that's what Melissa does. So I was, glad to be able to fill in for both shows to drop links. She wasn't feeling good.
Oh, wow, Parker. You sat there in the right pathway, didn't you? Had to call 911 on buddy. He collapsed in his driveway. He was back home yesterday. I've been watching his little dog. Oh, man. Yeah, Dallas. Welcome in, Dallas.
James, for like 8 years, I drove tractor trailer until 2014 when I broke my back. So this job is the first one I've had in 9 years. And I work at a Walmart DC, and we do apparel, clothing, shoes, baby clothes, book bags, pocketbooks. I mean, it's not a hard job, and even though I've had 13 surgeries on my back, it actually does not hurt my back at all doing this. I mean, I'd much rather be in a truck, and that's in the back of my mind because Walmart starts their drivers out at $110,000 a year, so it's kind of like back there like a truck, because roughly that's like $9,000 a month before taxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a hard pill to swallow, not wanting to drive again.
Good morning, Greenwell Fishing. Good morning.
Morning,
Hey,
morning, chef.
that's amazing. I haven't got any tournaments or anything to advertise for this weekend. Why in the world did we miss this weekend, y'all?
Well, I was hoping to go fishing this weekend, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it out there. But it's called Glimmer Glass, and it's because of the color of the water. It looks like the blue stained glass, and I mean that water. That's one of the prettiest lakes in upstate New York.
Okay, stretch.
Hi, kitty cat.
Check that cat out. He doesn't stretch and he stretches.
Yeah, I emailed you a picture of my brother. That was taken a week before he died in his sleep.
Okay.
I want you to see what type of shape he was in.
Let me get to my email. I'll be right with y'all. Right with you. Somebody's in the basement. I'll be right.
Yes, he had a stroke the day before he died.
Yeah, James,
He didn't go to the hospital. Yeah, he had a stroke the day before he died. Didn't go to the hospital.
What's up, Dan?
Hey, good morning.
What's up, Danny?
Man, I got woke up with my phone beeping. It was Jody messaging me, telling me what was going on. Oh, man,
Yeah, ain't that
that's
something?
tough.
Man, check. Look
It's
at
a definitely a downer.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
We're gonna try to keep y'all in the update with what's going on.
absolutely. Please do, man, because that's going to be on my mind all day long.
This is look at that guy. That's Skywalker's brother before he died. Man.
Mm.
That was 5 days before.
Wow.
It just goes to show you, it doesn't matter how good a shape you're in, death is you can't run from death.
Well, because he had the stroke, and he didn't tell anybody. And then that night, he went to bed and he was gone.
Yep. That's usually how it happens. Wow. Sorry for your loss, man.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, KP is Danny Stone. KP had a full-blown stroke on his right side, which affects his left side of his body, and
Yeah.
he's in aspiration right now. That's where you're liable to get pneumonia, and he can't swallow correctly, and it all's going down his windpipe instead of his esophagus. So, yeah, they're having to keep
I can't help but think about, he's had them bad migraines for a couple days now.
They turned out not to be migraines.
Oh God.
Yeah. That's just what he thought of when his head was hurting him so bad. But
Mm.
man, yeah, I'll got email. So you call me.
You know what though?
All right,
I'm
James.
sitting here doing it. I'm sitting here doing it. I'm sitting here doing it. But I refuse to let negative thoughts run this whole situation. Okay? KP's gonna be fine. He's gonna be back in no time. That's all there is to it. I said it. That's the way it's gonna be. Period.
There you go. Hey, there's one good thing about I mean, there's nothing good about having a stroke, but one good thing is that when you have it on the right side, you don't want to admit that you had a stroke. You don't
Yeah.
think you had a stroke, and that's a good thing.
So being on his right side, that's the one that doesn't affect his speech, not stuff like that, right?
Oh no,
Or does it?
Yeah, both of them affects your speech, but
Okay. See, I don't know that much about them.
the one on the see his right side stroke, he has a better chance of. I don't say a better chance, but there's more likelihood that he won't be himself again.
Oh,
And
yeah, because I know
he can
I
talk.
watched. Okay,
He can talk, but
I
it's all
watched. I
mumbled up.
watched. Yeah, I watched KB. He came back with Kelly Bullock Wednesday night, and man, I'll tell you what, I couldn't have been more proud of him. More proud of him.
But
He's getting back on the horse and doing what he can do. But if you notice with him, he had to look down to
yeah,
talk, because if he's looking at the screen and trying to
right.
talk, it just totally messed him up. He had to concentrate on every word he wanted to say, but he did really good. He did really good.
That's exactly me. My stroke affected my speech, and I wasn't. And Danny, the people that have strokes, they hear and acknowledge everything that's being said to them, but they know what they want to say, but you have to get it all rearranged in your head to talk and get it out there.
See, I never knew you had a stroke. I just thought it was because you're from Georgia.
Well, that's got a lot to do with it too, but
I'm sorry, I had to. I'm trying to lighten the mood just a little bit, brother. I love you. You know I do.
yeah. Oh yeah. But it took me 2 years. It took me 2 years to get back to where I,
Yeah,
you know. But like you said, if you look at me now, you wouldn't know I had a stroke.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't. I would have never guessed that. I would have never guessed that.
All right, small water, welcome in.
All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna hit the sack. I'm gonna get up out of here. Yeah, man, just keep us updated. And thanks for coming on tonight on your night off and letting everybody know. And I'm gonna pray for him and his family. And yeah, man.
Yeah.
And hang in there, Hog Leg.
All right, man.
Absolutely.
Good night,
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Have a good night, Gabriel.
All right, y'all. God
Take
bless
it
you.
easy. Thanks for coming up, Gabriel.
Anytime.
I don't like that layout. That just makes me look too big.
I say the same thing.
There you go.
Oh man.
That way it's too freaky for me.
Yeah, we watched that Kelly the other night, and I knew exactly what K and B was going through. He man, and I feel sorry for him because it is a long road. Deer meat for dinner recently suffered,
Yeah,
and it affected his speech. But
yeah, sure did. But he got back on that horse quick, buddy.
yeah, but his wasn't. I mean, all strokes are bad, but his wasn't as bad.
No,
Morning, 205.
Good night, Skywalker. Welcome in, 205. Hey, thank you, 205. As y'all know, KP, he's a strong fella. He's a big fella.
yeah, he is.
And
You too, John.
prayers go out to his daughter, too, because she's feeling really bad about this. She's kind of blaming herself. She should have got him to the hospital quicker, and I talked to
She had
her.
no way of knowing. She had
No,
no way of knowing what's going on. Nobody. I mean, we spent every morning with him,
yeah,
and other than him having a headache the last couple of days, I mean, we just wrote it off as a migraine.
right,
You know.
right. 6 a.m. here. Hey, General Reed, I'm going ahead to the water pretty quick. I don't think about we influence stars for him. Hey, man, brother. James, that's right.
Hey,
Trophy
trophy seekers.
seekers. Trophy seekers, uh, KP's been complaining about migraine headaches for about 3 nights now. And it turned out that he went to the hospital, and they at first they thought he had a bunch of little mini strokes, but it turns out that he had a full blown stroke on the right side of his head. Which that affects his left side of his body. He's talking now, but it's mumble jumble talk. At least he's trying to talk, and he is in aspiration right now. That's where aspiration is, where you can't swallow, and he's prone to getting pneumonia and you know choking himself with his saliva. And I and me and Melissa, uh, we wanted to let y'all know that we're gonna try to keep up with it as much as we can. We're only communicating with his daughter. His daughter is very upset right now, and me and Melissa and told her, you couldn't have known it. You
No.
did everything that you could do, and she's his rock and he's hers.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing how close they are as a father and daughter.
Right,
They're close like they're supposed to be.
right,
They
exactly,
set the example.
exactly. I mean, she helps that man out tremendously. Uh,
Yeah, he's constantly talking about how she did this for him or did that, and
yep. Yeah, he's that's one good sign. But another thing would affect his right side of his brain. Uh, he may not even think that he had a stroke, and that's one of the one of the effects from the right side that they don't acknowledge they had a stroke. So,
Howdy, all that fluff and stuff.
welcome in everybody that's came in. Greenwell, it's hoglegcatfishing@gmail.com. Right there. Melissa put it in the chat. We have a lot of prayer warriors in this. Amen, brother. That's what that's what me and Melissa want, is for everybody to pray for him, because he loves this community. He, y'all don't know what y'all mean to me and KP and Melissa. I mean, y'all are part of our family.
Jim, Dale. Good morning. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning, Dale. How you sleep?
Yeah, I was laid in bed this morning and my phone kept dinging. I said, man, it ain't time for your alarm to go off yet. And I reached over, picked it up, and see it was Jody, and I go, I laid the phone back down. And I laid there for a couple of minutes, and I said, it's early in the morning. I better see what's going on. And I got up, went to the living room, got my glasses, put them on, and man, I tell you what, my heart hit the floor when I could see what that said.
Yeah. Well, that's.
I fixed to hit that spot where it's going to be circled for 30 seconds.
You know about what that spot is every time, don't you? Man, he's in deep thought.
Thought too.
Okay, guys, this old we should get up and go after the hog. You and Melissa don't hesitate to call. My cast got torn in. All right, James. You have a good day in tight lines. Looks like an old dog getting in the right spot. Yeah, don't he, Marilla? Hey, Danny, when you froze a while ago,
Yeah.
you was just like that.
Man, my ears, I don't wear my hearing aids because they make my ears itch, and then they get started and I have to sit there and pop on them because I'll dig a hole in my ear with a bobby pin, and my doctor hates that.
Oh, my good Lord. What are you doing with bobby pins?
I went to see specialist. He goes, good Lord, you been in there with a breaking plow or what?
Oh, wow.
That's why I don't like taking my wife with me to the doctor because, I do all kinds of stuff that ain't good for you. And I don't tell him, but she'll snitch me out. Oh, my God. She tells him everything I do. I'm like, you need to be quiet.
That's the same thing with Melissa. That's the same thing with Melissa.
They say they're doing it for your own good. And I believe that. 100% believe that. You're telling on you.
Yeah. But see, I'm probably just opposite of any other man. I want Melissa to go there in with me to the doctor.
Yeah.
Because I know what did he say? What did he say? What did he say? What's he gonna do? And I don't want I don't want to repeat all that. So I just like her to come in there and listen to it myself, herself.
Yeah, if I go to the doctor by myself, I'm gonna start taking my phone and ask the doctor, "You mind if I can record this so I can just play it back for her?"
Yeah.
Said, "I'm not trying to get you in no legal trap. I just don't want to deal with my wife. I'm gonna let her watch this when we get home."
Oh man. Okay.
And the nurse your phone. I never. I'm getting there. Hold on. You go for a colonoscopy when you're right home, and your phone your wife. Go here, watch this.
Oh man. Hey, Dad, you know how
She'll-
they give you that
She'll never ask for it again.
Oh man. You know, hey Danny, you know how they give you the pictures of it afterwards?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I said I want to when they show you the video and stuff and everything. I said I
Yeah.
want to see everything but the initial entrance.
Oh wow. Oh, man.
Oh Lord.
Y'all just coming in. KP has suffered a full-blown stroke to the right side, which affects the left side, and he's in aspiration right now. That's where he's got a good chance of getting pneumonia, and he can't swallow. Uh, he's got a good chance of drowning himself with his own saliva. But he is trying to talk, but you can't understand him because it's mumble jumble. And we need each and every one of you that believes in the power of prayer to pray for him and pray for his daughter also.
Yeah.
She's going to go. She's going to go through a lot with him because I know for a fact because Melissa went through a lot with me. There you go. Cotton picking fishing for those who missed it. But he answered and said, "It is written, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of his mouth of God." Matthew 4:4. Thank you, Cotton Picking. Thank you for taking your time and dropping the verse of the day every morning. Yeah, that's right, 922. Even if you don't believe in prayer, pray anyways.
I pray for everybody every night.
Yeah.
You know,
Even
and that's one thing with the power of prayer and the way God is. You don't even have to open your mouth because He just knows need at that particular moment in time.
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He can hear every thought in your head.
Thank
Yep.
you, Cotton Picking. Yeah, it's I just I hate to hear anybody has a stroke. Send you an image. Okay, Greenwell.
But we'll be praying for them too, Kelly.
Okay, Greenwell. I'll do that.
That's a great idea, Mike. Got one more Amazon order for the take a veterans fishing.
Yeah, that's coming up
And then I
pretty.
didn't realize the one thing I ordered, the bite alarm, the bag came with like a huge amount of them, so I think I'm gonna into 2 giveaways instead of just one.
There you go. That's coming up pretty fast. August 26th, 8 a.m. Over on Mike Greenwell's channel. Take a veteran catfishing tourney. Uh, that's 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 a gonna be a great time, and it's a great event. Uh, and it's get a hold of Mike Greenwell for and I mean any, no matter how big or small, donations that you may want to give them, and you can either give monetarily or like Tasha, uh, a little something or a big something. It don't matter. Just
You're very
donate.
welcome, Mike. Very welcome. Like I said, my mom's boyfriend's a veteran, and anything for veterans is a great cause. You know, a lot of them can't get out and, go fishing and stuff like that. I'm happy to donate whatever I can as far as like giveaways and stuff like that.
Well,
Good morning, Shirley.
I want to take just a minute to say that, being a veteran myself, uh, you guys have no idea. If you ever think do they appreciate what we're doing? Absolutely. Every time I even hear somebody mention something about veterans or doing something about veterans, uh, man, it makes my heart grow. I'm telling you, if we all appreciate it. Absolutely do.
Thank
No
you.
doubt
You
about
know,
it.
it's amazing. We all know a lot of veterans.
Right.
Supply stuff so they
Yes, we
can,
do.
get out and go fishing more themselves, then, I'm happy to do it. And fishing is relaxing. Doesn't have to be stressful. You don't have to be in some big tournament, but, just to get out there and throw a line in the water.
Yep, that's all it takes.
Well, me and Stacia try to make a point. Every time that I have an appointment at the VA hospital, we'll go up to the floor where they've got some of the older vets and stuff and visit with them, whatever. Matter of fact, I got an appointment coming up August the 9th. I got to be at the VA, and we're going to go up there. And we'll usually take them a little something or whatever, and hang out with them for a little bit. Because some of those guys just, they honestly feel like they've been forgotten. They really do. And
Right.
that's one of the saddest things. And, some of them, I know this one old guy up there, he's been there for a long time. He's a resident at the hospital. And he has no family. Nobody comes to see him. It'll break your heart. It will. But we make a point of stopping in and saying hi to him every chance we get. And every time we walk in that room, man, he lights up.
There's a YouTube thing going out there. Have y'all where the veteran goes up to a guy and the guy pushes him off, and you, I don't know. I think that all veterans should be treated right. I mean, because if it wasn't for them, um, like 205 says, we wouldn't have our freedom.
Yeah, some folks nowadays got too much freedom. I gotta get my biscuit. I'll be right back.
All right, man.
Always got to go for that biscuit.
Staying the whole time, even.
I don't know. Breakfast for me has got to be brunch.
Okay. Yeah, Kelly.
What's up?
I was in that room too, and I knew exactly what he was going through. I could see it in his face because, well, I've had a stroke before
Morning. He
too.
didn't like look himself. I don't know. I didn't want to say anything and make
Yeah,
him feel upset, but he didn't look himself, and he wasn't acting himself either.
yeah. And he kept looking down. He looked down the whole time. And if you notice, he did stumble quite a bit when he was
Yep.
talking. And I did the same thing. Welcome in. Good morning, Brian B.
Good morning, JBT. Good morning, Eric B.
It's gonna be a long weekend with no news. Can you post updates throughout the weekend? Bugman, me and Melissa are going to try our best as soon as we hear something from his daughter Kate. We're going to try to post it and keep it all the Catfish family. You never know, I might pop up, do a little short live here and there, and y'all could, just check in with me.
Well, just have Melissa shoot me a text if you're gonna go live or again or whatever, and I'll come up on panel with you.
Okay, Tasha, thanks.
You're very welcome.
Good morning,
I said
JBT.
we're off panel.
Welcome in.
Morning, Wendy. Have a good day, Dale.
Well,
Feel better now with your biscuit.
Don't do that.
yeah, what's your sausage, egg, and biscuit?
Oh, well, I mean, we can do that real quick, but don't show me. Show the biscuit. There you go. Hang on, man. We'll go all out on it this morning. Look here.
He's
This
home.
shit got to put my cheese on it. You got to put the cheese on it, girl. That's right there. That's some homemade.
Shoot.
Homemade right there.
Oh yeah.
Got that sausage. Little chunk of sausage. Got that fried egg in there.
And how don't share it with
Here, get your bite. I ain't scared of you, slobber. Go ahead and get a bite. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls, they're good, but boy, you eat them things 2 months in a row, you get burned out on them. I told my wife, I said, enough with the Jimmy Dean. She said, I thought you liked them. I said, I used to.
But not every doggone morning.
Every morning, I said, the first time she bought one, I thought, oh man, this is so good and delicious. And then 2 months later, I'm like, man, if I eat one more of these, I'm throwing it out the window.
Oh man.
Yeah, you definitely got to switch it up because eating the same ones all the time gets,
Well, I'll find something I like for breakfast or lunch, and that's what Stacy will fix for me. And she'll keep fixing it until I tell her that's enough, She goes, well, yeah, I thought you liked them. Not every day. That's my fault. She tells me it's my fault. She goes, I don't know what you want if you don't tell me. And I'm like, well,
I don't know. Surprise me.
I know it. Yep, she's constantly on me about that. Said, you never talk to me and tell me nothing, whatever, and blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there going, yeah.
Oh,
She goes, that's the funniest thing. As much as I love to talk, she goes, I don't spend no time talking to her. And I'm like, well, I'm all talked out by the time I get to you.
yeah.
we had to schedule times. We'll actually go out, sit in the camper. We might mix us up a drink or something, and we'll get away because you try to talk in the house, the dogs are jumping on you.
Yeah.
They think you're talking to them, and they'll come climbing all over you and stuff. And we're gonna sit out in the camper, and that's when we have our time when we sit there and talk about whatever we need to talk about. And she loves to talk about everything.
Welcome in, Eric B.
Well, Stephen, keep me up on everything because it's going to be on my mind all day long. I'm going to have to be really vigilant about, to take it seriously, be vigilant about running this heavy equipment stuff because I keep my mind on what I'm doing.
Yeah,
But KP's going to be in my thoughts all day long. So I'll try to keep that, where it belongs and do my job safely too at the same time.
you be careful.
But he'll be on my mind all day. So absolutely, anytime you've got an update, I know you're going to take care of us all and let us know what we need to know. And we appreciate it, brother. We absolutely do. When you talk to KP's daughter again, tell her Danny Stone loves him. He knows that.
Yeah.
That's my brother, just like you are.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just going to have my day all in a caboggle or whatever you want to say. I don't know. It's going to be odd.
Yeah.
But
it's always bad to get bad news.
But he'll pull out of it. 100% believe that. But Danny Stone loves y'all each and every one. Especially, I want you guys to know that today because with the KB Angler having a stroke, now KP having a stroke.
Yeah.
Wait a minute here. KB, KP. All you people with K's out there, watch yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was just fixing to say. I wonder if it got something to do with K's.
Yeah, KB, KP. It's going in alphabetical order too, but it jumped. We'll have to figure out how many letters has got to go before the next person. Be careful. If you get a headache, go to the doctor. If your name starts with a K, rush to the hospital immediately.
That's right. Hey.
All right, y'all.
If you get to the hospital and get it taken care of fast enough, it is reversible.
Absolutely. All right. God bless y'all. Love you. I'm going to get to work. I'll see y'all later.
All right. Well.
And then there were two. They're talking with the heat index here. It's going to be way over 100 degrees.
Oh, wow. Oh, no. Well, yeah, it's without the heat index, it's going to be 100 degrees here.
Well, if anybody's outside, make sure that you do it in spurts because heat stroke's no joke either.
Let's see what. No. They've changed it now. We're going to have scattered showers today, scattered thunderstorms tomorrow, Sunday, partly cloudy Monday. Yeah, that's good to know.
And we're at 91%. humidity at 7:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, I didn't even
It's
look.
it's going to be a suffocating day out there today. Sorry to hear that, Sean.
Yeah, them heat strokes, and they
I
say
passed out from it.
once you have a heat stroke, you're more acceptable to having another heat stroke.
Well, that's the one thing that's hard about work. Like, but so much I have to wear like a bandana or one of my hat socks that goes over my head, and I soak that thing at least 5 6 times a night because it is just so hot in that building.
205 says at least it's Friday.
Definitely, and I'm off. I do a live tonight. Now fill in my people. Well, whoever's in there. I put a community post out too and told everybody to, keep an eye on yours so
Yeah.
we know about KP and how everything's going.
Okay. Thank
But
you.
if you're awake when I'm live and that just pop up on panel and you know, because normally I wouldn't do one tonight, but today Jamie and I off. It was our scheduled day off, so it's hard because I'm typically live at 9 o'clock. So people that do morning shows or our friends in the UK have a hard time coming out because it's so late for them. My nightbot's never off, Brian Lee. He don't get a day off.
Hey JBT, I don't play them games in here. Uh, I hate, that's why all my people are blue.
But I hope it don't get that hot here, Kelly. That's one. I mean, I love California, but that's one thing I don't miss about being stuck out there in that kind of heat. Because tractor trailer AC cannot not keep up with that. Barrett, would you leave the kitty cats alone?
Oh, well, y'all, I'm fixing to shut this thing down. Uh, I'll try my best. It's either gonna be me or Melissa uh, that comes up and let y'all know if we heard anything else from Kate. Uh, she, like I said, Kate's all upset. She's blaming herself, and
Melissa's got my number. If anybody needs to talk, my email's in my about page. If you text me, just let me know who you are. You're trying to just be like, well, who the heck is this now?
yeah,
But I'm here for whoever needs to talk or vent or whatever. If you want to just scream in my email and not have me respond, that's all good too.
okay, all right.
Definitely
Well,
here to as much as I can and try to support everybody.
205 says let's stick together and lift each other up 100%. Y'all have a good day. All right. What was the rest of the day? Oh man.
Let me see if I can. Yeah, it won't let me scroll back far enough for that. Unless I go to the YouTube side. Let me see if.
Man. The verse of the day was. It was a good one. And she repeated it, y'all. All right. That was the verse of the day. For who missed it? But he answered and said, It is written, Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of God. Matthew 4:4. There you go.
And we love all. We're all a big family, and That's the way it should stay. Should always have each other's back. Situation maybe.
Yep.
Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, Jello. Caught my new PB crash cart yesterday, and Riri lifted me up unsupervised and long outside, and I gashed open my shin. Oh man, God Almighty! With a metal rod holder.
Wow. JBT, you better watch what you're doing.
Wow. Yes, we want to remind y'all about KP, K and B, Angler, and Gregory of Double Hook, his son. Uh, y'all keep them in your prayers also. And like I said, I need to end this thing uh, pretty soon. And I think I want to end it right now. And y'all don't forget to give the good Lord above thanks for another day. And deuces, y'all.